In the world of social media, where likes, follows, and shares reign supreme, influencers strive for attention and notoriety, seeking the spotlight at any cost. But what happens when that quest for fame takes a dark turn? Welcome to the chilling journey into the shadows of influencer culture, where the pursuit of online stardom collides with the deadly realities of organized crime.
But what I care about...
In this exclusive expose, we delve into the disturbing tales of influencers who dared to flirt with danger, entangling themselves in the sinister web of cartels. From flashy lifestyles to dangerous liaisons, these individuals gamble with their lives, trading integrity for fleeting moments of fame. Join us as we uncover the shocking stories behind those who crossed paths with the most notorious criminal syndicates, revealing the perilous consequences of their ill-advised dalliances. Prepare to be captivated and horrified as we lift the veil on the dark side of influencer culture, where the pursuit of fame leads down a treacherous path. This is a cautionary tale of vanity, greed, and the chilling reality of playing with fire in the digital age. The name Sabrina Duran-Monto reverberates throughout the archives of TikTok legend, etched into the history of fame and prosperity. She rules the enormous realm of social media like a digital empress. However, the gloomy depths of a life involved in the dark world of crime and cartel fighting are hidden behind the surface of sparkle and glamour. The terrible story of Sabrina's death unfolds against the turbulent streets of Chile, where drug lord puppets dance to the sound of violence and retaliation. It all started with a bold adventure in May 2022, when Sabrina and her family were trapped in the drug trafficking web as the iron grip of law enforcement tightened around them. Her two lives were very different from one another, but the elaborate decorations and seductive appeal of her TikTok domain disguised this fact. She captivated her audience with nicknames like Katrina Guzman and the TikTok Narco Queen, giving glimpses into a life on the verge of excess and peril. Sabrina's power was unbounded, even in prison. She used her digital wand from within her cell, as shown by the over 500,000 followers who were glued to her posts. Her shrewdness and ingenuity were evident. As they say, fate favors the brave, and Sabrina's daring attempt at independence proved unsuccessful. Another chapter in her story was a botched attempt to escape the bonds of her past, a lousy jailbreak. After being freed under the strict supervision of supervised probation, Sabrina's comeback as an influencer signaled the beginning of a new phase of fame. However, her online character attracted the wrath of both authorities and adversaries, so her popularity also brought danger. The fallen queen of TikTok met her demise at the hands of fate, and the day of retribution arrived in a hail of gunshots. Sabrina's abundant life was abruptly ended by a barrage of gunfire during a daytime ambush, leaving a trail of blood and mysteries in her wake. Following her death, there are still rumors circulating the streets of Santiago about government plots and cartel retaliations, but all is quiet. No arrests have been made and no motives unearthed, leaving Sabrina's fate to fade into the annals of mysteries. Yet, in the chaos and carnage, one truth remains immutable. Sabrina Duran-Monto's meteoric rise and tragic fall serve as a cautionary tale, a stark reminder of the problematic dance between fame and infamy, where the line between adoration and annihilation blurs into obscurity. Indian TikTok sensation Mohit Moore's life tragically changed on May 21, 2019. His dull day was characterized by the illumination of his smartphone screen and the bustle of a copying shop. He had no idea that the entrance of two guys wearing helmets and brandishing deadly weapons would upend this seemingly routine occasion. Moore's bright life was snuffed out in a hail of gunfire in a matter of minutes, leaving behind a sight so horrific that his teeth fell out. Moore's captivating personality on TikTok fueled his quick rise to prominence. Within 8 months, he amassed over 500,000 followers in the sleepy Delhi village of Navgar, a social media achievement that was considered almost remarkable. Yet there were risks associated with his rising fame. Moore, one of India's most prominent TikTok users, unintentionally became caught in the dark web of the nation's underworld. The TikTok ban, implemented in April 2019, shocked the site's user base, who worried about how the platform would affect vulnerable young people. This ban, however temporary, strengthened the commitment of certain groups to remove the app's alleged negative aspects, beginning with Moore and other well-known users. Moore's online character, a combination of understated kindness and rebellious charm, struck a strong chord with his followers. His well-constructed posts drew hundreds of people into his emotional and entertaining world. However, a darker reality was hiding beneath the facade of internet celebrity. Moore's downfall was caused by his association with illegal property trader Mangal. Moore was caught in the middle of a deadly retribution after the fury of a rival drug lord killed Mangal. He became a target for retaliation, a pawn in the game of power and vengeance after refusing to give in to extortion. Moore's death was a classic case of organized crime, with hired men carrying out the heinous act at their boss's command. A young recruit who's anxious to impress his criminal masters is one of them. His detention and the accusations that followed revealed the scope of the plot. But Pwani, the puppet master, continued to elude capture and avoid punishment. In the aftermath of Moore's tragic end, questions lingered. What drove a young man with the world at his feet into the clutches of such malice? Was it the allure of fame, the promise of fortune, or a twist of fate? As the echoes of his untimely demise reverberated through the streets of Delhi, one thing remained certain. Mohit Moore's story was a cautionary tale of the dangerous intersection between ambition and the unforgiving forces that lurk in the shadows. In the grand tapestry of influencers, a figure whose name resonates with controversy and fascinating figure is Marquez Rodolfo, aka Fofo Marquez. Originating from the colorful country of Mexico, he's a digital icon with a devoted following on several social media sites. He was born into the lap of luxury on July 15, 1997. But nothing's known about his family history, although rumors circulate that he's descended from notable people. Before the harsh grip of mortality interfered, his father's endeavors as a scion of the whole petrol station business were entwined with his grandfather's legacy, which was murmured among prominent dignitaries. From opulent automobiles to nocturnal festivities in the heart of Mexico, his life unfolds like a dream stitched with golden threads. Yet, it was the digital stage where his persona truly flourished. With over 3 million devotees on Instagram alone, he embodied the epitome of a Gen Z influencer. Transitioning to TikTok, he sought fresh pastures for his flamboyance, but fate had other plans. In the story of online fame, he caught the ire of a beast far darker than the cyber vitriol, the new Jalisco Generation Cartel, an entity steeped in infamy and bloodshed. For those uninitiated, a word of caution: delve not into the realm without recognizing the peril that awaits. Born from the loins of Mexican soil, the CJNG, under the helm of its enigmatic leader, Necio Siguacantes, emerged as a behemoth of brutality, its tendrils reaching far beyond the borders. El Meno, as he's known, transcended his humble origins, carving a legacy marked by cocaine and carnage, with deportation from U.S. shores merely a footnote in his saga. The CJNG is king in the world of illegal businesses. Its arsenal is on par with that of nations, and its hold on the central region of Mexico is unwavering. Meeting someone like that is like dancing on the edge of blackness. Rodolfo Marquez danced with unrestrained enthusiasm. El Meno and his kind were infuriated by his stupidity, preserved in pixels. He used the Matute Remis Bridge as a platform for his conceit, showing off his luxury and power without considering the repercussions. Following his acts, this caused the digital world to recoil. The CJNG issued an order that sent a shudder down everyone's spine. With the threat of vengeance looming, Rodolfo was forced into solitude and became a shell of the man he once was. Guarded by hired sentinels within the walls of his familial estate, Rodolfo found solace tinged with paranoia, knowing that even the stoutest defenses falter against the tide of cartel wrath. The cacophony of his past actions echoed in the silence of his captivity, a testament to the folly of challenging forces beyond mortal comprehension. In social media bravado, there existed a figure known simply by his enigmatic TikTok handle, Illuminati6. Before cloaking his account in privacy, he captivated his audience by embarking on dares, fueling an emotional engagement. One such challenge had a user daring him to face El Menno, which set off a series of events that would eventually trap him in an unexpected story. Clad in the iconic trousers, rucksack, and slouch black t-shirt of a rebellious youngster, he stood in stark contrast to the city's apathy, ready to convey his bold message. He addressed the famed person directly with those fateful words, speaking with unyielding resolve. "Listen well, you son of El Menno, can suck my." The remarks were a brazen defiance that hovered in the air. After the video spread over Reddit and Twitter, a collective gasp reverberated through the virtual world. Many speculated about his associations, with rumors of cartel ties circulating among the confusion. However, despite the arrogance on show, an unsettling quiet in El Menno's room left onlookers wondering what kind of foolishness this was. There were rumors that TikTok's safe haven in the streets of Richmond, California was out of El Menno's reach. The physical barrier prevented any retaliatory actions from the cartel by acting as a barrier against retaliation. El Menno's supposed enforcers, the CJNG, said nothing in the face of such logistical obstacles. But fate is a capricious mistress, and a plot twist emerges as everything appears to settle. The young rebel reappeared in an unexpected turn, regret tarnishing his words. He then withdrew his hateful remarks and begged El Menno for pardon and mercy in a depressing video. The internet erupted in a cacophony of speculation, dissecting every nuance of the apology. Was it coerced? Or did the TikToker, entangled in the web of his hubris, finally grasp the gravity of his words? The truth eluded the masses, veiled behind the shroud of uncertainty. As swiftly as he rose to infamy, the TikTok provocateur vanished from the digital landscape, his account consigned to oblivion. Though whispers persisted, the fate of the renegade remained an enigma, obscured by the passage of time. And so, the question lingered, unanswered and perhaps destined to remain so. Did they silence him discreetly in the shadowy depths of the night? A name that has hitherto remained anonymous surfaced in Mexico's dangerous underworld: Miss Azucena Uresti. This week, the Jalisco New Generation Cartel's sinister mask lifted, peering menacingly down at Uresti. The advent of the digital era brought a new front in which Uresti became involved, not only as a newsreader and celebrity on TikTok, but also as the object of the CJNG's wrath. A somber declaration appeared on camera, showing 6 shadowy individuals brandishing weapons, symbols of the cartel's power. One of them, a Mencho envoy, sat among them, his words oozing with threat. They said that Uresti had gone too far, damaging the cartel's reputation by associating herself with alleged vigilante organizations. Yet, in this labyrinth of conflicting narratives, truth remains elusive. Uresti's advocacy for these supposed peacemakers clashed with the cartel's depiction of them as nothing but drug traffickers in disguise. The CJNG painted a sinister portrait, alleging collusion with these groups and implicating Uresti in their schemes. However, amidst the storm, a glimmer of hope emerged. The highest echelons of power in Mexico rallied to Uresti's defense. President Obrador's assurance reverberated across the nation, a pledge to safeguard Uresti and the freedom of expression. Presidential spokesperson Alscoas echoed this sentiment, promising decisive action to shield members of the press from intimidation. Uresti remained resolute, trusting in the government's protection as a shield. But danger lurked there, a steady companion to her newfound fame. The issue of whether the CJNG stillness was a preemptive calm or deliberate halt before the storm lingered was answered. Uresti's defiance served as a monument to the complex dance between truth and power in the unstable world of Mexican media. It seemed foolish to blindly trust official assurances in a nation where journalists frequently pay the ultimate price for their beliefs. Maybe Uresti's boldness would save her, a single voice breaking the cartel's control. However, despite the uncertainties, one thing remained constant. Playing with the fires of cartel retaliation was a bet with the potential for short-lived renown. As Uresti navigated the treacherous waters of Mexican media, her tale served as a cautionary reminder of the perils that lurked beneath the veneer of social media glamour. Let these tales serve as a reminder that the pursuit of fame and fortune can lead down dangerous paths. The allure of likes, shares, and followers may seem enticing, but the price of dabbling in the world of organized crime is far too high. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section and subscribe.